One of the most commonly asked questions under Pathways is, how do I get the form to evaluate somebody? Well, in the traditional program, a member was expected to bring their manual along and would hand it over, and that would be what the evaluator used. The same applies under Pathways. Members are expected to bring along the Pathways Evaluation Guide. But let's be honest, that's not always going to happen. Just the same as in the traditional program, some members forgot to bring their manual on the night. And so if they don't, there are a couple of ways that you can fill out an evaluation form. One is to go to the Pathways site and download a form, fill it in, scan it, and give it back to send it via email, for example, to the member. Or you can fill it out online and send it to them. And let's show you how you do that. The first thing you need to do, of course, is go to the Toastmasters website and log in. This is something that you'll get very used to doing in Pathways. So we'll log in. It could take a moment or two. It shouldn't, but it does. We're in. Go to Pathways. Go to Basecamp. Now, if you're a member of a single club and not a Basecamp manager, some of this screen simply won't be there. In my case, it is. So you just go to your club, log in as a member. Once you've logged in as a member, you go to speech evaluations, because every speech evaluation that you can ever give in Pathways for all 10 paths, no matter what the project, all of those evaluation guides are here. We're going to be evaluating somebody's icebreaker. So you go to the evaluation guide marked icebreaker and click on it. This is a fillable one. You can, as it says, either print it, write on it and give it to the member, print it, write on it, scan it and send it to the member, or in the case of what we're going to do, we'll do it online. So you launch the evaluation resource. That's, if you like, the evaluation guide. Now, as a matter of principle, I always open the screen up a little bit further by making it wider. It's just easier for me. So you put in the member's name, which is them in this case, the date, which is today, your name, which is me, and the speech title. And one of the things about icebreakers is that almost everybody calls their icebreaker icebreaker. They just don't know what to call it. So you say what you excelled at, and here's where you put in the good stuff. And then on the next section, you may want to work on not so good stuff. Obviously, of course, you wouldn't be just saying work on stuff that wasn't so good. You would give specific suggestions, and the same in here in the to challenge yourself the ideas. Now, one of the things I like about the Pathways program is that the evaluation form allows you to give specifics of where you think people did. So, for example, it's not just, I thought your spoken language was clear and easily understood. I thought you were accomplished. The third page of every guide gives you an example of what these numbers mean, but you might say that they were accomplished with their spoken language. They were very good with their using tone, speed and volume, but perhaps they weren't so good with eye contact because they spent the entire speech looking at their notes. So that's where you would put in here that you spent the entire speech looking at your notes, but you might also say that your vocal variety was excellent because, and then examples. So you fill in, you've got enough room there for a couple of sentences in each of these comments. Once you've filled the form out, this is where it gets interesting. And I'm using a Windows machine. I don't know with Macs exactly what it is, but with a Windows machine I would go right mouse button, save as, and I would save this as, we'll call this trial eval example. And so it will save it as a PDF form. We'll wait until that's done. I'll close that down. It's now out of the way. And if I go to my folders, I have saved it as example icebreaker filled out. No, I have saved it as trial eval example. If I double click on that, you'll see that it opens it up and it has already been populated. It has been filled in. So it's now ready for me to send that in whatever form I want to the member. I could either print that out and give them a physical copy, or more likely I could send it as an email attachment. And so that is how you use the fillable evaluation forms on the Pathways website.